All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another B&Z Bowling Sweeper Review number 2. I am Brandon.
And I'm Zach.
And this is B&Z Bowling.
Let's get right into it.
All right, Zach. So, what was it this past week?
It was my least favorite sweeper pattern, the house shot. Now, I want to give a quick backstory on why I say that. So, all throughout my high school career, I could rip a house shot to shreds and score amazingly. But the second I saw sport shots, I sucked. I go to bowl in college, it's all sport shots. So I learned to adapt to the sport shots. To the fact the house shots for me, at least sometimes, I can't score well, or it ends up being like a low 6, like a 610, 620. And then my sports shots are like 670 to 7. I guess I'll keep going. I was trying to give it back to you, but all right.
No, keep going for it now.
So, yeah. So it was a house shot, and I sort of lost my train of thought. But, I started out with pitch black like I always do, try and burn up a little bit of a break point. And then I went right into my hybrid stuff. I had both my timeless and my high road with me. And I don't remember now which one I threw which, but I ended up throwing one lane and one the other. I think it was high road
left.
Yeah, I think high road was left, timeless was right. And it was actually working really well because the left lane was ripping just a little bit more. And I have my high road drilled to go just a hair longer before it snaps. So it worked. I managed to come out the gates with a 2. He never posted the scores for this one, but I think like a 219, I think. And then it just kind of went downhill from there. I had like a couple like $180, $190s after that. I finished with a 602 with 30 pins of handicap. So I finished with a 572 series. Brandon, how'd you do?
I ended up shooting a 598. Not the best that I've done, personally. For some reason, that middle game was my good game of like a
220s or something, or 230s.
232, I believe it was.
Scratch. If we had handicap after it.
And then I had like 15 pins of handicap a game. I ended up with 45. Don't ask. I don't know how I still have that many pins after shooting 3 700s in a row on a house. But personally, 598, my scores were just absolutely horrid. The second game was a struggle for most people.
Yeah.
That entire time. And it was just my lights out game. But other than that, I mean, the first and third on the lane transition from fresh to fried, it was not pretty. Correct. I struggled badly. I just couldn't get any pin carry. I want to say I had 80% spare, a 10% strike, and a 10% split conversion. Well, left splits.
Open frame.
Open
that what you're looking
frame.
for?
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine was, especially my second and third game both, I was either strike or split for me. Sometimes it was just a simple 310. I think 2 or 3 times I left the 4-7-10.
And you did it all in one game, and it was the first 5 frames.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it was your third game.
Uh-huh. To the point where that third game, I think I threw 4 different balls that third game because I would move and try and find a transition, and I would find it, and then it would be gone. I couldn't get it back. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to go to something that'll get me down a little further or something that'll read a little earlier, whatever I needed. And then that would work for a couple frames, and then it was gone.
Not even a couple. It literally worked for 1.
Yeah. And then So, I mean, I at least managed to throw bucket. Like, my low game, I think, was a $185, which, I mean, for a house shot as a 200 average bowler is awful, but it is what it is. There's not much you can really do with it.
No, not at all.
At the end of the day, qualifying was
642
higher. It was 6. It was like high.
It was in a 640 range.
Was it real?
Yeah, it was that low. The highest was a 710.
The one guy told me it was like 657. I think
that was at half. That was what it was leading up to at half.
Yeah.
The high was like 710 and the low was 643.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the prettiest house shots that we've had in a long time. It was definitely a struggling one.
Which is ironic because I'm bowling on the exact same shot on my Wednesday night league, and yes, it's a no tap league, but still, even I figured out my series scratch and no tap, or not scratch, but like regular, not no tap bowling. I'm still shooting 690s, like 680, 690, regular 790 scratch, or God damn it, 790 no tap. But what was cool though is we even got my girlfriend to bowl on this sport, or on this sweeper rather. So that was a lot of fun. Her and Brandon actually were separated by a pin, and then me and my girlfriend's cousin Aaron were separated by a pin. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, we had
and then the four of us no
698, 699, 601.
Stop. You're fucking up bad. You're saying 690s. First off, that's no.
Sorry, 590.
Even then, I don't think we had 590s. It was, I think you guys were 580s. You guys were like 587 and 588.
I was at a 590.
We were not. I don't think we were that close, but whatever. Regardless, the two of us were separated by a pin. We were actually supposed to have sweeper right now, matter of fact. But we've been having some unforeseen weather in the area, so we had to push it back a week, but it's all right. Gotta do what's best for the establishment and everything. So hope they're all okay. And are getting back to what they need to. It was gonna be the Shark 48 pattern.
Yep.
And I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm personally excited too. Yeah, I just hope they push the Shark for next week and not transition over to house.
I do too. I mean, I do, but I don't, because I'm supposed to work and miss it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I still work, but I get the morning shifts all the time.
I'm trying to switch to the morning shift, but I'm gonna see how that works. But anyway, this one's kind of a little bit shorter, being the fact that we didn't make it past qualifying. Brandon, what you didn't really talk about what you saw much. I talked about how the transition was rough for me, but like you're going to talk about what you saw much.
The transition throughout for me, I probably went through 4 balls. I threw my high road, my UC2. I didn't even touch my Zen this time. I threw the Proton, and I threw one other. Let me look at my list here that I have right here. And thank God this is on hand. I'm going to plaster it up on my wall, so all I got to do is look over. And then I threw my... I ended up throwing my Virtual Gravity Nano, thinking if I could throw that straight up and watch it go, it would do me some wonders, because that ball had so many games on it. That ball is practically fried, and it's really no good anymore. But I ended up throwing the VGN, and even that, for me, it still overhooked. Like, I couldn't strike the pocket right. Left a lot of splits. The transition was just bad. I don't know what was up with the pair next to us to the right, but for some reason that oil was pushed right where I needed it. But then right after, it was just gone. Before, I just couldn't drill up. I just couldn't get a line on the first game either. It was just a total struggle all in all, there was really it was really bad transition.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a typical house. But I mean, I don't know what was up with me. I had not bowled that entire week. So
He
like
he didn't come from softball this time, guys, so he wasn't fried.
yeah, no, not like a tomato. No. Wasn't fried ripe like a tomato that time, so that was legit. That was a legit one like that.
Fried bee tomatoes?
Jesus.
I had to. I'm sorry. No,
I know. Oh, jeez. But yeah, no, the transition was absolutely horrid. I was looking around during the second game, looking at other people's scores, and I'm like, this second game transition is just getting to people. And it was a real big time pull down.
Yep.
Watching good bowlers.
So when we saw the scores kind of dip that second game, we're like, holy crap, we actually might stand a chance if we can just throw like a low 2 next game. Like
not
low
the
to,
case.
like low to mid, like 220, 230.
Yep.
And had we done that, we would have.
We would have, for sure.
We would have been the cut, but we would have done it. It's just it wasn't in the cards. I think Brandon came back down with like a 160 something, and I had another 180 something. That was before handicap, but still. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it for us. We're going to try and get another video out to you guys at some point later this week. Whether we do it individually or together, I don't know yet. I know I plan on doing a video for my arsenal. I'm thinking Brandon's planning on doing one for his.
Once everything gets updated anyways now. After the long 3-hour discussion we just had over everything.
Yeah, so
yeah, we meant to record this at like 6:30.
That's now 9.
It's not. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one now. Well, not now, but current
later on,
and then update it as I get the new equipment.
I'd rather not do my current because it's currently updating as it goes.
Yeah, yours is kind of messed up. But
yeah.
Yours is putting it nicely. Yours is in shambles right now.
Yeah,
I'm only missing 2. I think.
Yeah. Oh, hey. So while we're at it, speaking of balls, updates. We finally found the 2 bowling. There it is. We finally found the 2 bowling balls we've been looking for. Zach finally is hopefully soon enough getting his lucid.
Yep.
And I have officially gotten my frantic. And let me tell you, it's exactly what I expected.
So luckily, I already know what the lucid will be. I think I actually saw a picture of how I had it laid out when I had it the first time. So I plan on just doing the exact same layout, maybe drill it for a little bit higher of a rev rate than I had then, because I used to be a little bit more of a stroker, where now I'm in between tween and crank.
You're a tweener. I mean, I'm a tweener too, so.
Regardless. But hopefully I will have that within the next few weeks. Had some other stuff I have to take care of that I can't. That luckily the seller's work is, he's chill and like no one else had interest in it somehow. So he said, it's yours, send me a non-refundable deposit. And then I don't care if it takes you 2 years to send me the rest. Once you send me the full thing, it's yours. So.
And that's a good thing about that.
Yeah. So he's working with me on that. So, but I'm excited. I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do an Arsenal video with what I have sometime this week. I'm off the next 2 days, so I'll probably do it sometime in the next 2 days. But then the rest of them I will do later on. But anyway, guys, I think that just about wraps it up. I've said that like 6 times now, and I apologize. But for B&Z Bowling, I'm Zach.
And I'm Brandon.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell as you know we're going to help out a channel. Comment down below some things about your arsenal. If you guys do any tournaments and what you guys like. If you've ever bowled on the Shark 48-foot pattern, give us some advice in the comments down below on what to do, what to bring, how we should play it. Watch for these arsenal videos and some other sweeper reviews and just some other tidbits here and there coming along. Maybe another best of 3. Maybe another challenge video.
Another challenge video or best? Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
We'll work something out.
No,
all right, guys. Oh,
nope, you're good.
all right. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace.
See you.